moving on, I did make a mistake in terms of the pairings of top 4. First, it will be Alister not playing against Rain, but Alister playing against Melvin K.
Matthew making a mistake.
Unfortunately for Alister. Not the matchup anybody wants.
Oh well.
Not in Oceania at least.
Melvin,
I suppose this is the new Melvin.
Yeah, Melvin has changed, not just his team, but personality-wise. Maybe that is reflective of the way he plays his game. His old title was what, the Monster of APAC. Now with Wei Wen taking over that position.
Yeah, well, Wei Wen.
Yeah.
Melvin just took out Wei Wen in top 8.
So showing that, you know, even being the older generation monster, still can predict on some unsuspecting opponents. It doesn't help that Wei Wen, I believe, had one Pokemon removed from his team as well due to team sheet error.
Good enough for Obvious to take off. The item is called Darkinium Z, not Darkium Z.
Honestly,
difference of 2 letters, but two letters can mean losing 1-1.
I can sort of understand because I have trouble with spelling, so but well, Wei Wen does fall at top 8. And
yeah, Melvin's team going to be identical to the team he brought to the mid-season showdown.
Oh, did you fight that?
Where he finished in top 8. It's going to be the Landorus, the Zapdos, Metagross, Among Us, Tapu Lily, and Politoed.
Yeah, and Alister, as seen from yesterday's stream, is running a half-rain team with the Swampert, Pelipper, Ludicolo, Gardevoir, Takataka, and the Tapu Koko.
Yeah, it's a similar team to what he lost in top 8 at the MS mid-season showdown to me. But the thing here is that he's not going to get any mileage out of the Scarf Politoed at all. So he's effectively operating on 5 mons. He can't bring the Politoed into this matchup, it does nothing.
He can if he's feeling very generous and wants to give Alister another option for Rain.
There's an argument, of course, that you can do decently well against Swampert since you are still using Hydro Pump. It's a water tag in the Rain against Swampert, and Swampert can't really retaliate. Since we saw his coverage move is not Rock Slide, it's the Ice Punch.
I suppose water coverage is also pretty good against Takataka, but the Landorus should be effective to deal with that with the 4x weakness. Although Takataka does have massive defenses. It'll be a question of whether Alister wants to run Trick Room, although I feel he's inclined to lean towards Rain, because bringing Rain means bringing Ludicolo, and Ludicolo is fantastic against Among Us.
Ludicolo does very well against Melvin's team in general. Although he doesn't have the Assault Vest, he's carrying the Waterium instead, which leaves him a little bit vulnerable to psychic attacks from Lele in terrain.
True.
Especially since Melvin is running the Z Crystal on his Lele,
and
which I don't think anything other than Steka Teka can take on Alister's team.
And you mean take it and survive?
Yeah, and Gardevoir can take it as well. Zapdos the Lele leading, yeah. So Melvin trying to match the Rain with Tailwind, and getting his Psychic Seed on his Zapdos as well.
That could be useful in surviving the
very
Waterium.
useful against Rain.
Although the priority I think at this point will be the Lele. No, actually the Pelipper is quite vulnerable to the Zapdos, but with that Misty Seed, I think Alister is more...
Yeah, Pelipper revealing itself to be effectively be the slowest thing on the field. Moving off the ability triggering after the Zapdos and the Tapu Lele.
Well, I'm not surprised. Pelipper is relatively slow.
We did see, I think, a Sash yesterday.
Yes.
So Melvin will have to double into it to remove it, and but it's hard for him to do that when the Ludicolo is threatening the fake out on the Zapdos.
No fake out because of the Psychic terrain.
Zapdos.
Yeah, true. Because of the Lele switching out, not wanting to eat the Hydro Vortex that could potentially be coming in.
And Among Us coming in, hoping not to eat the Hurricane.
We do see a fake out.
goes for the fake out into Zapdos. A very simple play for Alister to make. As Pelipper Ratchet does go for the Tailwind, so Pelipper going to be moving before the Zapdos next turn.
Pelipper at least has some use in this situation, does have a super effective Hurricane on the Among Us.
The danger, of course, for Melvin is that the Zapdos is probably vulnerable to Hydro Vortex plus Brine combination at this point, even with the boost from the seed.
And he didn't manage to
match the Tailwind.
Although mostly it's just for the Zapdos. Among Us doesn't really benefit
However,
from
Among
a double
Us
speed.
could Rage Powder the Brine away.
Ah, yes. That is a play, yeah.
So, and Pelipper not typically carrying an Ice attack, so it doesn't really have a slot that can cover both the Zapdos and the Among Us. So you could just Hurricane into the Among Us instead.
Yeah, I believe we did see Brine. We did see the move full set.
Here's the Waterium Z into the Zapdos you suspect.
Wait,
and no Rage Powder.
There was no Rage
from
Powder.
The Among Us. Well, Rage Powder wouldn't affect Ludicolo.
Yeah.
But if it would affect a potential Brine. So it remains to be seen whether Alister goes for the Brine or the Hurricane.
Yeah, I think if he's going for this play, he's banking on perhaps not a Rage Powder coming out. So a Brine should be coming out, but we will see the Pineapple taking on Zapdos here. How much damage does this do with the Misty Terrain?
Look at that damage. All the way down to the red. 31
My
HP.
god,
And
we
that's
do see
to carry
Brine.
the Brine. And Melvin punished for not going for the Rage Powder there.
Perhaps a Spore to try to control the situation here.
Does spot the Pelipper, since it's the only thing on the field that can be spot right now. But he's lost his Zapdos, his means of matching the Tailwind, of outspeeding Rain users. Though at least, I suppose, he does get the Waterium out of the way, which means Lele is safe to come back in.
And not only that, he knows now that Ludicolo is not carrying the Assault Vest, so a Psychic or even a Psychium could take it out right here.
It's probably a safe fire into the slot since he knows the Ludicolo has reviewed the fake out, likely doesn't have its own protect.
Yes. Otto has to be maybe worried about a switch out, perhaps a Stakataka or Gardevoir coming in. Swampert coming in.
Stakataka would be a pretty strange option to bring.
I know.
Considering the leads here.
I'm just throwing out what would take the Psychic.
I actually don't think
best.
Stakataka takes Psychic very well.
Oh
actually.
yeah.
Oh,
Hydro
and the Hydro
Pump.
Pump gonna miss the Lele there
Oh.
as Pelipper takes his first turn of sleep. And Lele
Lele
goes for the Psychic in terrain onto the
Pelipper.
Pelipper.
Okay.
Gonna bring it to his stash. And Among Us, I think finishing it off with an attack as well. That's go for Clear Smog.
Okay.
Gonna pick off the Pelipper. So no more Tailwind if that's the issue. And the rain will end once it ends this time. No more resetting of the weather.
Alright.
Unless Swampert has rain down.
It's really unfortunate that the Hydro Pump missed. You have to feel that it will take out the Lele.
No, I don't think it will.
Really?
Lele has decent special defense. And Ludicolo's special attack not the highest on its own.
Alright. I'll take your word for it. Gardevoir does come into the field, so Omega option here for Alister available.
One questions why the rain user is taking my word for it.
um,
So you brought Gardevoir instead of the Swampert. Do you think that's a better option?
In this situation, yes, I think it is. Because Alister is not really running a very hardcore rain. He doesn't have two rain setters. And in the case where what happened here is rain setter has gone down, Swampert won't get so much mileage out of that.
Moga's gonna switch out, not gonna regenerate any health since it was at full. Hoping to catch an Ice Beam Psychic double target, I think.
Not only that, you have to remember that Among Us has Giga Drain, so Swampert does not enjoy taking grass type attacks.
That's true. Yeah.
Gardevoir,
Gardevoir got Mega Evolve here, no reason to stay in the non-Mega form.
Gardevoir I think is a good
Unless Pelipper has
answer.
Surf, but I don't think Pelipper does have Surf. As
It's
Energy Ball does go into the... Hoping to catch the... Ooh, what was he hoping to catch?
No idea.
A Politoed coming in.
But no Polito for the option, and a Psychic into that slot as well.
As Lele goes for his Shadow Psyche into the Ludicolo, gonna take it out. And Alister loses his Rain Abuser and about to lose his Tailwind as well.
Yeah, I sort of have to question the Energy Ball though. I think Scout will have dealt a lot more damage considering the rain is still up. He predicted the
However, he does have the Tapu
Polito
Koko.
coming wrongly.
He does have Tapu Koko to come in, which will at least threaten the Metagross since he's taken a good amount of damage switching in.
Yeah, and we'll have sort of terrain control. Yep, Ludicolo will go down to the Psychium
It's
without
not
the
a-
Assault Vest.
It's not Assault Vest, yeah.
Yeah.
As Tailwind does peter out, so Metagross now faster than the Gardevoir. However, Koko will be faster than the Metagross.
Yeah, and I mean,
And he does have
took the
Tapu Koko.
hits rather decently, but it is still relatively cheap. I think Koko can pick off the Metagross at this point.
Did we see the item yesterday? Was it the specs?
For Koko? I can't really recall. Because Alister was mostly running rain yesterday, so I don't really think he brought the Koko.
No, he did bring the Koko to both of the games yesterday.
Electrum would be...
Not when the team relies on the Water Rim though. But Metagross are going to Mega Evolve, so
right.
no switch out for Melvin. Even though Among Us could take a potential Giga Vote.
You have to feel he protects his Metagross here. Though Lele is left out on
Yeah,
the
he does
field.
protect the Metagross here. Lily kind of safe, even in terrain unless he... Because the Gardevoir is faster, I think.
Volt switch into the Metagross.
No, Lily should be faster than Gardevoir. Yeah, Lily
Yes.
does move first. Moonblast into the Tapu Koko slot. Gonna do a good chunk, a good 60 to 70%. As Gardevoir goes for the Psychic into the Lily.
What? That's not very effective. Although, yeah, maybe a Hyper Voice would have done more.
Hoping to catch an Among Us switch in. Yeah, definitely hoping to catch an Among Us switch in.
Well, this situation pans out for Melvin, I have to feel.
It's not hard to see because either way, Gardevoir doesn't do that much damage to Lily. So hoping to catch the Among Us coming to protect the Metagross.
Now it's all down to prediction. Melvin maybe predicts the protect from the Koko and goes for the Iron Hit on the Gardevoir. But no, brings in the Among Us.
As Volt Switch comes out, and it's not going to switch out because that is the Double Coke. That is the the only Pokemon left on
I think
Alister's field.
I think the Koko is specs. I'm not really sure, but maybe we saw a Thunder yesterday from the Koko in the rain. That will make some
And
sense.
Psychic picks off the Moonblast picks off the Koko as Psychic again goes into the Among Us and should KO. Yep, not even going to be able to activate its
Yeah, but at this
parry.
point, Metagross is just going to come back in and take a revenge for the Mushroom here.
So it looks pretty clear that that is the Specs Koko after all. And oh yeah, we did see the Koko and we saw it consistently go for the Volt Switch.
Yes.
So did we run out of rain? Yeah, we did.
We
That's
did.
why he couldn't go for Thunder.
I mean, he could still press Thunder if he's, you know, feeling lucky. He did run Hydro Pump, which missed and maybe sort of affected because given the amount of damage.
So Lele didn't, or did take a psychic later on, which
Yes.
would have been enough plus the Hydro Pump.
Correct. I mean, that's one of the reasons. That's the difference between the Assault Vest variant and the Z Crystal variant. I have to feel you do have a lot of power with the Z Crystal, but once you use that, then you're at the mercy of the gods at that point. Hydro Pump, I believe, missed for him yesterday as well.
Yes, it cost him. Did cost him the game yesterday as well.
So Melvin picking up the first game. I think Melvin played pretty okay. The choice not to bring Politoed was good, although a bit obvious, as you pointed out. There wasn't any real reason to bring the Politoed. I believe his Politoed was, I'm not sure what set he's running as well. Yeah, but he didn't have any incentive to bring it.
Yep.
And maybe you could have argued that Alister's double into that switch. At that point, it was pretty clear he was expecting a switch. Just what Pokemon was coming in. Energy Ball didn't really make much sense. Perhaps Scout would do a lot more because Metagross was coming in his un-Mega form, so does not have extra bulk from the Mega Evolution there.
Yeah, Melvin, I feel, lost control of the game towards the middle, and the start towards the middle, and only really regained momentum when Alister kind of fired resistor hits into him. The Metagross switching was pretty pivotal and wasn't punished at all.
I agree with Alister's choice for bringing the Gardevoir, but Melvin's choice to bring in the Amoonguss as well, despite, you know, the lack of ability to draw away attacks from Ludicolo, but it sort of checks the Swampert given the grass typing. And I'm pretty sure Melvin does have a grass type attack, not just clear smog. Yeah. So that sort of pivots Alister's choice of Mega away from the Swampert towards the Gardevoir, which incentivizes.
No, actually, I don't think he does.
Well, Alister doesn't know that.
Oh, he just saw the clear smog.
Did he?
Yep. Melvin used it to finish off the Pelipper.
Okay. Well, could still be a grass type attack. Who knows? We will see Pelipper and Ludicolo once again for Alister and Zapdos Metagross for Melvin. He switched up his leads this time.
Yeah,
Melvin.
no Tapu Lele, so no seed boost for Zapdos. Zapdos will not be able to take Hydro Vortex.
Well, Zapdos still can get a seed boost.
I think Melvin was hoping to see a Gardevoir lead.
Yeah, but if Zapdos wants to trigger the Misty Seed, that means a Lele switching, which is also easily punishable.
Yes.
Metagross not really safe from the Hydro Vortex either.
I think Metagross can pick up a KO on the Ludicolo if you wanted to.
But what if the Hydro Vortex goes into the Metagross?
Yes.
That's a lot of pressure that the Ludicolo is exerting, and Melvin. I mean, Zapdos is an okay lead, but the Metagross, yeah, perhaps he was expecting a Gardevoir lead, and Metagross will switch out for Lele to trigger the berry. No, it is.
Hoping to catch the Hydro Vortex on that slot.
Ludicolo goes for the fake out. Yeah, no Lele.
Even with the Lele, you get the fake out on Zapdos.
And a Tailwind once again.
Yeah, so Alister has a very safe turn one because Zapdos, no matter what, Zapdos cannot avoid the fake out.
Hydro Vortex in the Zapdos relatively safe.
Unless Melvin wants to carry Iron Ball.
What? Does that ground?
Yeah, that will ground.
Oh, okay, but that will lower your speed, like half it, so not really sure. In this position though, I think Melvin is not in a very good situation. His Zapdos is at risk of being KO'd, and he can't draw away from the Hydro Vortex.
Can't remove the Hydro Vortex.
If he brings in the Lele to trigger the Misty Seed, which he does, yeah, but there's a lot of momentum that's lost, and Hydro Vortex and Brine might just pick off Zapdos at this point, and Tailwind has gone up, so Zapdos will go down without acting.
I think Melvin's making a very hard read here. Yeah, and does catch one Pokemon not going for the attack, so Melvin will not lose a mon this turn.
Energy Ball, so no Z Crystal yet. So Alister being very careful with his Z move here. Does drop the special defense on Lele, and Zapdos will match the Tailwind.
Yeah, Melvin coming back here. Alister playing a bit too defensively there, I feel.
You have to wonder if he had gone for the kill.
Yeah, he did. I think Alister saw the same play that Melvin went for last game, which was the Melvin sacrificing his Zapdos in return for the Spore. And I don't think Alister wanted that trade to happen again.
That explains the Pelipper Protect.
Yep.
So Melvin switching it up here.
Again, it's hard to say who really won that exchange in game 1. But I think Alister thinks he lost that exchange.
Yeah, because positioning is fleeting, you know, it can change in the blink of an eye. But if once you start taking KOs, then your advantage becomes more solidified. And as of yet, both players have not taken any KOs. Although Alister has to be said, he has not switched out any Pokemon, which is, you know, indicative of Rain. Rain typically just stays in and trades, whereas Melvin has revealed his full team.
Lele goes for the protect here.
Hoping to catch
again
Hydro
catch the
Vortex.
Hydro Vortex there. Hydro Vortex does come out though, into which slot?
You have to think it's... I don't think it's the Lele, because with the special defense drop, an energy ball would be enough.
Yep.
If he's going for a Hydro, I think it's indicative he's going for the Zapdos to try and inflict as much damage and get the
Zapdos
Brine
probably
off.
trying to at least bring Pelipper to its sash.
Or you know,
there goes Hydro
paralysis
Vortex into the Zapdos.
paralysis can happen as well with the Thunderbolt. If it does paralyze the Ludicolo, that would be huge. Yeah, Zapdos.
That's for Thunderbolt into the Pelipper. Brings it to its focus sash. And it should finish it off with the Brine.
Indeed. The Protect a bit wasted, but...
Oh, Hurricane into the Zapdos.
Oh, okay.
With the boosted defense, doesn't get KO'd.
Oh, hey, okay. Does get confused as well.
Won't KO itself though. Zapdos attack not high enough for that.
I guess he did that move, he was expecting a switch in.
But now Lele is still stuck with his reduced special defense.
He was expecting a Among Us switch in, I have to
Yes.
feel. But it feels very... I don't know what to say about that.
It would have KO'd actually.
Yeah.
Hydro Vortex in the rain plus Hurricane would have picked off Among Us.
And actually, Pelipper...
And the confusion might still work out for him in the end.
Yes.
Because now Zapdos can't really act that freely.
Energy Ball will pick up KO on Lele here, although maybe he wants to go for Scout, considering Metagross could switch in.
Doesn't have Scout.
Oh right, Hydro Pump. Huh, does he want to risk the miss again?
No, he doesn't.
So Zapdos will retreat here.
Among Us, I think. Yep. Does Melvin make a double switch? No, Lele is faster, so Lele staying in. And probably going down to the Energy Ball.
Pelipper protecting once again.
As the Ludicolo going for the Hydro Pump. Connects this time on the Lele and will pick it off.
Oh, that's really risky.
Yeah, risky play there. Definitely thinking the Metagross to come in.
Yes.
But getting the reward he wanted anyway. A KO on that slot as Tailwind peters out for Alister.
Melvin does have, I believe, 1 or 2 more turns of Tailwind.
One.
Because, oh, okay. Because
Just
Zapdos
the
did set it up
One
after.
turn later.
So Metagross will come
But
in.
now Pelipper is absolutely vulnerable.
Not only that, Ludicolo is vulnerable as well. Because of the, in terms of speed, I believe once it Mega Evolves, Metagross will be faster.
And Ludicolo doesn't and Ludicolo we do know doesn't have the protect.
Yeah. And Among Us can just cover the switch with a Spore. If Ludicolo switches out.
I think Among Us just wants to clear smoke to finish off the Pelipper.
But nope, Pelipper does switch out.
Alister I think had a chance to set up another Tailwind there.
Doesn't, instead brings in Gardevoir. Okay, so no Swampert as well for Alister here. Choice Omega sticking to his Gardevoir.
Could get spot though, the Gardevoir.
I
Since
kind
then Hitbot will finish off Ludicolo if he lands, but he does Iron Hit, it catches the Gardevoir. Iron Hit lands, picks off the Gardevoir. Was going for the 1 HP Pelipper, but Melvin covering the switch very intelligently.
Ludicolo does go for a Hydro Pump, does connect once again in the rain. Does a decent amount of damage to the Metagross, not quite enough to pick it off though. And Clear Smoke will come out and take away all of Ludicolo's stat boost which has accumulated across the game.
Also known as none.
Yeah. Well, his Tailwind has run out.
But
at this point,
Pelipper pumps back in to reset the rain.
oh, okay. So Alister actually looking for, I believe, willing to sacrifice his his Gardevoir to reset the rain. But no, brings in Coco. I guess that's fine because Coco is also faster
But
than
Coco is
Metagross.
vulnerable to the Among Us.
Yes. I thought a Dazzling Gleam maybe at this point will pick up Metagross.
I'm not or if it's specs, I think it does. Yeah, I think if it is the choice specs, I think he picks up the
Or
KO.
he could just press Discharge.
He could, but the Gardevoir is down.
Alright, yeah, Gardevoir's non-Mega Evolve does have the option of Telepathy. A bit questionable, but the rain would have been better because Pelipper would threaten the Among Us with Hurricane as well.
And wouldn't have to worry about Rage Powder. Can just go for the Metagross freely.
And if he's really feeling very risky, he can set up Tailwind once again. There's no real... he would have more options and more advantages with the Pelipper lead, but instead, we are seeing the Coco here.
Well, at least Hydro Pump's landing for him this game.
Yeah, that's 2 out of 3 so far.
Less than 80% listed on the move.
So Ludicolo shows the
have
protect.
the protect.
Okay.
So it doesn't have the Ice Beam after all.
Well then, will we see... Oh,
Oh,
discharge!
because it does have the discharge.
There we go.
And Among Us kind of stuck. You can't spot the Coco under the rain.
Yeah,
Might just get paralyzed anyway.
it didn't Rage Powder either. So we do see another Clear Smoke. Oh, goes into the Coco at least for some nice damage. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Removes all the stat changes Coco has also. Wow. Wait, remind me again, Clear Smoke is physical or special? Special, alright.
Zapdos coming back in at critical health. And though now, who does Alister sacrifice? The Ludicolo
No.
or the Pelipper?
I think he switches in Pelipper and just discharges once again.
Yeah, I guess the rain up for the Ludicolo.
Yes. Although Ludicolo against
Another clear smoke though.
but Pelipper is really useful against the Among Us. I don't know.
But Melvin's down to his last mon, the Among Us. I don't think it really matters.
No, I think he
Just
stays
goes
in
for
and
the
he
double.
discharges because Pelipper's Hurricane is more useful against the Among Us. Ludicolo will go down to the friendly fire, not able to get off a secondary protect. Zandos will go down as well, and Among Us does get paralyzed.
But he needs a critical hit on the double Coco regardless. Or he doesn't.
Oh, could
Or
be
he's
damage
paralyzed
roll.
regardless.
Oh well. Alister there.
I don't think it really mattered because again, Qisahn wouldn't have done enough.
Wait, let me take a look at the HP bar there.
It's still more than half.
I mean, at this point, you could argue damage rolls,
Hurricane would have
perhaps.
KO anyway.
Hmm,
And actually,
yes.
the problem for Alister is that Discharge might activate the berry
On Coco?
on the Among Us.
Oh, alright.
And now Pelipper has forced to protect or go down to the...
Oh shit, yeah, Coco is faster.
Coco is faster than Pelipper.
He has to hope the Coco goes down. He wants the Coco to go down.
I think he wanted Coco to go down last turn. The paralysis was not what he wanted.
Ooh.
Among Us can protect itself. Never mind getting the berry.
Yeah, choice lock is a really bad thing, especially if you're taking out
Pelipper goes for the
partner.
protect. Does Among Us get the protect off as well? Among Us gets his protect. So Pelipper is gonna have to get a double.
Hmm.
Or do you even try for... Yeah, you have to go try for the double, or do you
Yes.
just go down to discharge?
Yes.
Not the biggest advert for discharge going on right now.
I mean, it could be argued that he could have gone for a single target move because Pelipper does get a secondary protect off, alright?
But I think discharge just goes to the Among Us berry then.
Among
Oh,
Us-
but Among Us is fully paralyzed. Try to go for the double as well. But again, I think it just goes into berry.
It is the Psychic Berry, is it not?
Melvin's? Oh, but it doesn't go to berry. And this is... but next time we'll go to berry.
Nah. Yeah, it's fine. Melvin just has to wait for Pelipper's protect to fail and
No,
then
yeah, you're
and
right.
then pick up the KO with Clear Smoke. So at this point, the pressure is on Alister at this point. Pelipper will go for protect, does
It
fail.
fails this time.
So
and
will die to
discharge.
the discharge.
But now discharge is single target. Among Us will get his berry this time.
Alright.
Heal all the way back up. And we'll go for the clear smoke here. For damage.
Yeah, no
And another clear
paralysis.
smoke will pick off the Tapu Koko.
Yeah. Well, no more
Yeah,
electric terrain as well.
loses terrain. Negates the fact that the discharge is now a single target attack. And that will be the set for Melvin. Discharge, perhaps not the play there.
Well, Amogus could still be fully paralyzed for maybe another 2 or 3 more turns, but no, it
that
doesn't
not
happen. Amogus,
Clear smoke will land. And players showing the value of clear smoke on the Among Us as they advance in the bracket.
what is Clear Smoke's base power? 60?
20.
Oh,
Yes, 20. 20 base damage.
wow, okay, alright. Alister,
Among Us is a very competent attacker. Let's not forget, Among Us has base 85 in both physical and special
wasn't there at
attack.
one point Amogus was running Life Orb?
That was our multi-teams.
No, I'm pretty sure it was for PC or something.
We bring our multi-team to PCs.
Oh, okay, fine. But yeah, Melvin does take a 2-0 victory against Alister.
Looked like it was out of his hands, and I feel that was just a rush of blood to the head.
Yeah, pressing the discharge. I mean, I advocated that play, but on looking back, it's like, oh, but then you would kill your own Pelipper, which would win you the game with the Hurricane. So the specs really backfiring there for the Alister, not being able to switch. And you could argue that at that point, maybe he should have gone for a single target move, considering Melvin did not press Rage Powder at all. I
Yeah, he
believe
could
during
just
the game
vote switch
two.
the Zapdos. I don't know why he discharged.
Yep.
I'm very puzzled by that decision. It's just an absolute rush of blood to the head.
Yeah, well, perhaps we can gain some insights with the play interviews, which will be coming out shortly.
Yeah, we'll be talking to Alister about just what on earth went down there. So stay tuned.
we are here with Alister. The series that you've just witnessed. Unfortunately, not able to make it further, losing to Melvin in a 2-0 loss. So well, I want to start with the most recent thing that happened in memory was the why did you press discharge on the Coco?
Yeah, bad play.
It was a strange move.
I'm an idiot. I thought Gleam wouldn't kill, so I thought, do I have to discharge here to get around the Rage Powder?
Yeah, I mean, the rationale that I was discussing with Matt on stream was that because you were afraid of the Rage Powder, that's why you went for the discharge.
Yeah.
I didn't know you had the Dazzling Gleam as an option, so I thought you were just forced into getting the discharge.
Nah, I did have Gleam, but I don't know, tournament nerves, you know,
Yeah,
lack of
well,
experience.
it happens, so
yeah.
nothing to be ashamed of. In fact, I think making it all the way is a pretty good testament of your skill, especially.
Thank you.
Yeah, and there were a couple of good plays as well. I think a Hydro Vortex going into the Zapdos, catching the Protect on the Lele. So yeah, pretty good play all around. Although Hydro Pump missing. Are there any thoughts on Hydro Pump? Are you still going to stick with it in future tournaments?
Yeah, I hit like all my Hydro Pumps in my last match, but in Swiss I only hit 1 out of 5 Hydro Pumps. So, but you need it for the Z, so
yes,
it's
definitely.
It's necessary, I think.
Yeah,
it's a necessary evil.
And even revealing Protect as well, so even dropping Ice Beam as well on the Ludicolo. So
yeah, Ice Beam is nice, but yeah, I've found Protect to be pretty useful in this tournament at least.
Yeah.
Maybe if there are more Salamencers, yeah, Ice Beam would be a good call, but
mostly,
yeah, for now.
I guess Ice Beam will hit Landorus harder, but doesn't really matter since you do have water and the rain.
Yeah, you're gonna KO it anyway, so you don't need an Ice Beam for Landers at least.
Yeah, and also sort of against the matchup against Melvin. Are there any reasons why you didn't bring the Swampert? I noticed that you brought mostly Gardevoir to both of the matches.
Because I knew he had to bring a Moongus, so I have to have more. I have to have more than just Hurricane for a Moongus. I need to have. Yeah, Gardevoir's there to basically cover a Moongus with a Psychic move.
Correct me if I'm wrong though, your Swampert did have Ice Punch, correct? So
it did, but it does like, I don't know, it does like 50 to 60%. Like, it's not enough.
yeah, I guess another reasoning that I came up with was, you know, Amogus is a grass type and Swampert is really afraid of the 4 times weakness.
Yeah, but
so
looking back, I don't know if Melvin revealed it.
Yeah, he didn't press any, he didn't reveal any grass attacks either.
He didn't reveal his 4th move, so it could be Protect or Giga Drain / Energy Ball. Who knows, you'll find out next match, I guess.
Yeah, perhaps. So going on to future tournaments, will you be using this team or will you be trying something different?
I'm not so sure actually, we'll see. I mean, Sydney's coming up and I'll be going to Japan, but while I'm there I might do some thinking, preparing. I don't know, it depends. Like, we'll have a look at all the other regionals as well.
Alright,
we'll see what's popular.
Well, congratulations for making it this far.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Hope
having
you
me.
have good luck in Japan and Sydney as well.
Thank you.
Yeah, so that concludes our interview. Stay tuned for the top 4 matches coming up shortly.